another in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Washington football team. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Washington team as they interplay here. They come in off a loss in the season opener, which doubled as the home opener.
And when you lose that way, at home, season opener, it almost feels like 2 losses. So it's a big fight to get yourselves ready to go to play the next week.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they can be well set up for the rest of the year.
So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown.
On first down, it's Ward. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
Number 38, the ball carrier.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call it productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
2nd and 3. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll run on first down. Ward, not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Schultz.
The pass.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. It's complete to Graham.
That's another Washington.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
1st and 10.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Again, the ball carrier.
Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
26. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
And we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
A 44-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And it's 3-0 Washington.
Makes this Washington 3. Buccaneers nothing.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in 2019 from Ohio State. It's Dwayne Haskins.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They go play action with Haskins. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Montez Sweat with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Here's Gordon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the
pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Oh, we gotta do our job, man.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
touchdown, Washington.
A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Gain on the play.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now Haskins on first down. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at their
On 2nd down, here's the option. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. He's got Evans. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is, because he understands how to get open in key situations.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35.
The tackle made.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 83 yards.
And give him a ton of credit. He's running the ball really well. But I look at those guys up front. That unit is truly playing as just that. Every move that they make, their teammate understands what that move means and what they need to do. And right now, they're starting to grind it out pretty well.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
The Buccaneer first down.
Now left side on the swing pass. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Haskins. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up
on 2nd and goal. Haskins. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
number 14.
Chris Godwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On 1st down, it's Ward. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Number 38.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38-yard
line. 1 yard.
They did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. 2nd and 9 now. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Come on, dog!
So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
At the 35-yard line.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Buccaneers 7.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. They'll run on first down. Ward.
The running
Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
tackled at the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
And sacked.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. The wind is at his back here in the 2nd quarter. Seibert's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
13. Buccaneers 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brought down at the 26. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and
On 2nd and 9. Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Tampa Bay.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And operating from the gun. Haskins.
It's interesting going.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
you have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So here is Washington now to take over.
They're on the good side of this game right now with a lead, but they were on the bad side last week in that loss to Cincinnati, so now trying to make amends. On first down, it's Ward. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
He'll drop to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
And he finds McLaurin. He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And Washington going to add on to their lead.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Seibert on for the PAT. And the lead is now 13. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On first down, it's Haskins. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and
to throw again. Haskins.
And he'll complete this to Gibson.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and
6.
33-yard line.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Ward, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Made at the 44-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Now the second down throw on target. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. They run the option here on 1st and 10.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
At the 46.
Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. He'll get this to Ward. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant.
Complete to
a gain of 6 there on 1st. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 17-yard line.
Steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Quarterback sack.
They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's complete to Ward. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll set up to throw. He may try and run for this. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd down, it's Ward. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Yard on the play. It's now
a reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will swell the lead to 16.
Makes this Washington 23. Buccaneers 7.
That drive just seemed to go for an eternity. I could kind of hear our sponsor saying, hey, we need to get our product pushed here. But then it ends in a field goal.
Yeah, how about that? Not enough time for product placement, but plenty of time to get 3 points out of the deal. I know that the guys on defense, though, they wanted to get those products out there. They wanted to stop that drive, just weren't able to do so.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Montez Sweat picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Kendall Fuller there on the coverage.
On 3rd down. Gibson, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And this one caught by Hunter over the middle. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and then it'll be 2nd down.
And that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Under pressure, and down he goes.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville. And it's the Jaguars who have the lead in the second quarter. Derek Carr has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, it's off to North Carolina to check on the Panthers at home in Charlotte. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. The Saints trying to get to 2-0, and they've got the lead on the road. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. See what's happening with the Bengals. And this one going the visitors' way as the Texans have the lead in that one. Will Fuller, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So this a two-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on first and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
At the 35-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
from the 35 on second down. Haskins. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
From the gun, Haskins. That's complete to his running back, Evans.
Haskins.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on first and 10. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
A loss of 2 yards. It's second.
The decision that time was to keep it, and not a great one. Once he got out right with the football, there was just nowhere to go.
And I felt bad for his offensive line there because their job is to create creases, right? Create openings. But if those defenders keep their shoulders square to the line of scrimmage and refuse to be budged, that's the end result. No place for him to turn upfield. No chance to gain any yardage.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Another try after the 1st down sack. Haskins. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Open man has got one. It's complete. And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Haskins will throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
To number 84.
A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
This Washington's 23.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
For Tampa Bay.
Here comes Grant on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Will take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First possession of the 2nd half now for Washington. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back.
End result of that one, a nice 4.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
1st and 10.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
On 1st down, it's Gibson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
third down. Here's Haskins. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Montez Sweat able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. On second down now. It's Ward, and they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. The pass. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On second down, it's Ward. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Devin White on the tackle. A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up third.
Out of the gun now on third down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 35.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run it with Ward. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 16. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
He will push his way down to about the 14.
By the wide receiver.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 14-yard touchdown. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Haskins. Got a man, it's Gibson, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw again on 2nd down. Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
Dwayne Haskins sacked. Fumble on the play.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
To number 38. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 26-yard line.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin.
Terry McLaurin. That's good for a Washington.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you can actually be pushed back before the 1st down. is getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Over the